Assalamu
You're very
alaikum
welcome.
everyone. My name is Ali Sultan and I am student of Rehan School Foundation level F at Islamabad campus. Today I am here with Maya for a 15-minute decision on the topic what the origin of our life and lodge. Thank you Maya for joining us today. Listening being or decision. So are you ready Maya?
Walakum assalam.
Okay, my first question, what comes to your mind when you hear the word water?
When I hear the word, something more specific.
Okay, again answer.
Sure thing. I'll give it to you straight. Words are like keys. They unlock ideas, feelings, and connections. Without them, we'd just be guessing what everyone is thinking. Does that hit the mark, or should I try a different angle?
Okay. Why is water
Your
important of life for life?
water is basically the fuel that keeps everything running. It's what allows cells to function and carries nutrients everywhere in the body. Without it, life as we know it would just dry up and stop. Do you think we take it for granted since it's so common?
Okay. Can life exist
I'll be
without
right.
water?
As far as we know, no. Every single living thing on Earth, from the tiniest bacteria to the biggest whale, needs water to survive. There are some wild theories about life on other planets using something else instead of water, but here on Earth, it's the absolute non negotiable. Do you think we'll ever find something out there that doesn't need it?
Okay. How does water help human service survive?
It's basically the my bad, I've got you now. Water does everything from regulating your temperature when you sweat to keeping your joints lubricated so you can move. It's even the main ingredient in your blood, which carries oxygen to every part of your body. Without it, your systems would just shut down pretty fast. Do you think people realize how much of their body is actually just water?
Okay. Why do plants need water?
Plants use it for a process called photosynthesis. It's basically how they turn sunlight and air into food. Plus, it helps them stay upright without enough water. They just wilt and lose their structure. Do you have a favorite plant or maybe a garden you're looking after?
Okay. How do
I'll take that
animals
as a
depend on
yes.
water?
Animals are just like us in that regard. They need it for every single thing from digesting food to keeping their organs working. And for some, like fish or dolphins, it's not just something they drink, it's literally where they live and breathe. Do you think it's harder for animals to find water in the wild than it is for us?
Okay. Why is clean water important?
Because if it's not clean, it can carry bacteria and parasites that make you really sick. It's not just about having water, but having water that's safe to drink. Do you think most people realize how lucky they are to have clean water coming right out of a tap?
Okay. How does
It's one of
water
those things we
support?
don't think. I'm listening. What were you saying about how water works?
Okay. What is the
Mm,
water cycle?
it's basically nature's way of recycling. It's where water evaporates from the ocean, turns into clouds, and then falls back down as rain or snow. It's a continuous loop that keeps the earth hydrated. You think it's a bit wild that the water you drink today could have been the same water a dinosaur drank millions of years ago?
Okay. Uh, why do rain?
Rain is basically the other half of that water cycle we were just talking about. It's how the clouds finally get too heavy and have to let go, sending all that moisture back down to the ground to feed the plants and refill the lakes. Do you love the sound of rain? Or does it just make you feel like staying in bed all day?
Okay. Uh,
You're on a roll.
how rivers? How rivers?
Mm,
Wa- how rivers formed?
I'm a little lost on that one. Are you talking about a reverse format for a document? Or maybe something like reverse osmosis system for cleaning water, since we were just talking about that. I want to make sure I'm on the same page. Nature's new.
Okay,
I'm a
my
little
next
confused.
question. How does water affect salinate?
Are you in immediate danger? I can't contact emergency services for you. If you need help, please call 911 yourself. Do you want to hang up so you can call 911? Climate question, or are you busy?
Why
Too busy
is
with the story?
water called the source of life?
Because literally every single living thing on this planet needs it to survive. It's what carries nutrients to your cells, keeps your organs running, and allows plants to grow. Without it, the world would just be a giant dusty rock. Do you think it's a bit wild how something so simple is basically the fuel for everything we are? 2, 3, 4. I'm a little confused. Are we
What
counting
role
something
did
in the kitchen, or
rivers
did we
play
just
in
keep?
human story?
Rivers were basically the original hubs for everything. They're why the first great civilizations started where they did, like the Nile in Egypt or the Indus Valley. People needed a way to move goods, get water for their crops, and have a natural way to travel, like the ancient version of a highway system. Do you think we'd be as advanced as we are today if we didn't have those river arteries? Wait, am I done? Did I say something wrong? Or
Okay, how did water help people travel?
it was the ultimate shortcut. Before we had paved roads or engines, water was way faster and easier for moving heavy stuff. You could just load a boat and let the current do half the work for you. It basically turned the world into a giant network of connected paths. Do you think do you think people today have forgotten how much we rely on the ocean?
Okay, how
I
did
wish I
water
could see
help
what
trade grow?
it basically acted as the world's first shipping lane. Instead of hauling goods over mountains or through forests, people could just float them on boats. It made it possible to trade things like spices, silk, and gold over huge distances, which is how different cultures actually started meeting and swapping ideas. Do you think the world would be as connected as it is now if we hadn't figured out how to sail? You're very welcome. Do you have any more water?
Okay, how can student conserve water?
I think you mean conserve water. There are a few easy things students can do, like taking shorter showers or turning off the tap while brushing their teeth. Using a reusable water bottle instead of plastic ones also helps a ton. Do you think those kinds of habits are easy to start, or do they feel like a chore? You're so welcome. Are you all set with your water questions, or is there something else on your mind?
And why should we save water?
Because it's a finite resource. Even though the planet is covered in water, only a tiny fraction of it is actually fresh and drinkable. If we use it up or pollute it, we can't just manufacture more. Do you think people realize how precarious that actually is? You're welcome. Do you have any other questions on your list, or are you finally done with the water topic?
Okay, how does water contact people?
I'm not quite sure I follow. Do you mean how water connects people, or maybe something else entirely? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm just enjoying the flow of this conversation. How are you feeling right now?
Okay, can water inspire creativity?
It definitely can. There's something about the sound of rain or the way a river flows that just clears the mental clutter and lets new ideas surface. A lot of artists and writers actually head to the coast or a lake just to get their brain moving again. Do you find that you're more creative when you're near water, or does it not really do much for you? Wait, any color? I'm a bit lost on that one. Are you thinking about the color of water, or maybe something completely different? No rush. I'm just
What
saying.
is
Let me
what
know when
is
you're
fresh
ready.
water? What is fresh water?
It's essentially water that has a very low concentration of dissolved salts, unlike the ocean, which is salty. Fresh water is what you find in lakes, rivers, and glaciers. It's the stuff we can actually drink and use for farming. Do you think it's surprising that so much of the Earth's water is salty while so little is fresh?
Okay. What is salt water?
You've got that okay rhythm. Turning waterly letter left lower. Salt water. Think of the ocean. It's the biggest example. The salt is what makes it so different from the fresh water we just talked about. Do you think the saltiness is what makes the ocean feel more powerful or just more dangerous?
Okay, why can't human drink seawater?
Because it's actually a trap for your body. Your kidneys have to use more water to flush out all that extra salt than you actually drink. So you end up more dehydrated than when you started. It's a wild way for nature to play a trick on you. Do you
Okay.
think you'd ever be tempted to try it if you were stranded on a desert island?
Okay.
I try my
Why
best.
are
It's a
lakes
lot of
important?
That's a pivot. They're basically our primary mode of transport, letting us move, balance, and explore. Without them, the world would be a much smaller place. Do you think the most important part is the ability to walk or the stability they provide?
Okay. What role
I'm
does
still with you.
water play in science?
It's basically the universal solvent because it can dissolve more substances than any other liquid. It's the key to almost every chemical reaction in our bodies and the planet. Without it, biology as we know it wouldn't even exist. Do you think that makes water the most important element in the universe, or is there something else that tops it?
Okay. What are wetlands?
Lenses. I'm guessing you're
No,
asking about what a lens is, or
wetlands.
maybe specific. A wet lens. I'm a bit stumped on that one. Are you talking about something in biology, like the lens of an eye, or maybe a specific scientific term you've come across?
Okay. How does
You're
water
mirroring me
affect
again.
habitats?
How does water? It's basically the architect of the environment. Water determines everything from which plants can grow to which animals can survive there. The desert is just a place where water is missing. Well, a rainforest is what happens when water is everywhere. Do you think it's the availability of water that creates the most diverse habitats, or is it the type of water, like salt versus fresh? Another one. I'm ready. What's the next big question on your list?
Why should children learn about water?
Because it's the foundation of everything they see around them. It helps them understand where their food comes from and why taking care of the planet actually matters. Plus, it's a great way to get them curious about how the world works. Do you think it's more important for kids to learn about it in a classroom or by actually getting their hands wet in nature?
Okay. What lesson can we learn from water?
I think the biggest lesson is adaptability. Water is the ultimate shapeshifter. It can be a gentle stream, a powerful wave, or a solid block of ice, but it's always still water. It teaches us how to flow around obstacles instead of just crashing into them.
Okay.
Do
Thank
you
you,
think being
Maya, for
flexible like
sharing your
water?
thoughts and knowledge with you. Today, I was a very informative and interesting decision about water, the origin of our life, and life. Thank you, everyone, for watching our live season. We hope you learn something new and valuable. My name is Ali Sultan, and I am a student of Rehan School Foundation level at Islamabad campus. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.